That jar of steak quarters in your closet that you thought was worth $6 or $7 could actually contain a coin worth $10,000. And in extremely rare cases, certain steak quarter errors have sold at auction for over $100,000. $100,000 for a coin that was minted in your lifetime, that you probably handled dozens of times without even looking at it. People are spending these treasures at parking meters, tossing them in Coinstar machines, and giving them to kids for video games without realizing they're literally throwing away enough money to buy a car. What I'm about to reveal will make you check every single quarter in your possession right now, and you'll never look at pocket change the same way again. State quarters were introduced in 1999 as part of the 50 State Quarters program, which ran through 2008. The idea was simple but brilliant. Release quarters honoring each state in the order they joined the Union. It became the most successful coin program in history, with millions of Americans collecting them. But what most people don't realize is that among the billions of normal state quarters produced, there are error coins and rare varieties that serious collectors will pay absolutely insane amounts of money to own. Let me show you the top 10 most valuable state quarters you need to be searching for right now. Number 10. 2004 Wisconsin Quarter Extra Leaf Error. This is one of the most famous and easily recognizable state quarter errors. On the reverse side, there's a corn stalk design. On normal coins, the corn stalk has a certain number of leaves. But on the error variety, there's an extra leaf that shouldn't be there. Actually, there are two different varieties, one with an extra leaf pointing up and one with an extra leaf pointing down. These errors occurred at the Denver Mint, so you need to look for a D Mint mark. The extra leaf high variety is worth around $300 to $500 in circulated condition and up to $3,000 in perfect uncirculated condition. The extra leaf low variety has similar values. You can spot these with the naked eye if you know what to look for. Compare your Wisconsin quarter to pictures online and check that corn stalk carefully. Number 9. 1999 Delaware Quarter Spitting Horse Error. Delaware was the first state quarter released in 1999, and some of these quarters show what looks like the horse coughing or spitting. It's actually a die crack that created a raised line from the horse's mouth, making it appear like something is coming out. This die crack variety isn't as valuable as some others on this list, typically worth $10 to $50 depending on condition, but it's popular with collectors because of how unusual it looks. Check your Delaware quarters for that distinctive line coming from the horse's mouth. Number 8. 2008 Arizona Quarter Cactus Doubling. Some Arizona quarters show visible doubling on the cactus design elements. This doubling occurred during the die creation process and is visible without magnification if you know where to look. Strong examples of this doubling can be worth $50 to $200. The Arizona quarter also has varieties with extra cactus leaves that are worth checking for. Examine the saguaro cactus on the right side of the design very carefully. Number 7. 2005 Minnesota Quarter Extra Tree Variety. The Minnesota quarter design shows a lake, trees, and people fishing. On some coins, there appears to be an extra tree or branch that shouldn't be in the design. This is actually a double die error affecting the tree line. Strong examples showing clear doubling or extra trees are worth $100 to $500. This one requires careful examination, preferably with a magnifying glass. But once you know what to look for, it's unmistakable. Number 6. 2005 Kansas Quarter Experimental Planchet. In 2005, the U.S. Mint was experimenting with different metal compositions for coins. Some Kansas quarters were accidentally struck on these experimental planchets, which have a slightly different weight and composition than normal quarters. These are extremely rare and difficult to authenticate without professional equipment, but verified examples have sold for several $1,000s. If you have a Kansas quarter that feels different weight-wise or looks slightly off in color, it's worth having professionally examined. Number 5. 2004 Texas Quarter Clipped Planchet Error. Clipped planchet errors occur when the blank metal disc used to strike the coin wasn't punched out properly from the metal sheet, resulting in a coin with a piece missing. usually along the edge. It looks like someone took a bite out of the coin. Texas quarters with dramatic clips showing missing design elements are worth $200 to $1,000, depending on the size of the clip and the overall condition. These are relatively easy to spot. Just look for quarters that aren't perfectly round. Number 4. 2008 Oklahoma quarter dramatic doubling. Some Oklahoma quarters show strong doubling on multiple design elements, including the state name and the scissortail flycatcher bird. This is a double die variety that occurred during production. Strong examples with easily visible doubling are worth $300 to $1,500. The Oklahoma quarter is relatively recent, so there's a good chance these are still in circulation. Check the bird and the lettering for any signs of doubling or shadowing. Number 3. 2008 Alaska Wrong Planchet. Some Alaska quarters were accidentally struck on planchets intended for other denominations. The most valuable are those struck on dollar coin planchets, which are larger and a different color. These wrong planchet errors are extremely rare and have sold for $5,000 to $15,000 when authenticated. If you have an Alaska quarter that looks oversized or has unusual coloring, you need to have it examined by a professional immediately. Number 2. 2004 Wisconsin quarter extra leaf uncirculated. While I mentioned this earlier at number 10 for circulated examples, pristine uncirculated specimens with perfect strikes and no contact marks have sold for up to $10,000. The key is finding one that was never spent, never touched, and looks like it just came from the mint. These perfect specimens are incredibly rare because most extra leaf quarters went straight into circulation. If you have one in a sealed mint set or in obviously uncirculated condition, you could be holding a 5-figure coin. Number 1. 2008 Arizona Copper Planchet. The absolute king of valuable state quarters is the 2008 Arizona quarter struck on a copper planchet instead of the standard copper-nickel clad composition. In 2008, some Arizona quarters were accidentally struck on pure copper planchets left over from cent production. These coins have a completely different color. They're much more coppery and reddish than normal quarters. They also have a different weight. A normal quarter weighs 5.67 grams, but these copper Arizona quarters weigh differently. Only a handful have been authenticated, and they've sold at auction for anywhere from $20,000 to over $100,000 depending on condition and certification. If you have an Arizona quarter that looks distinctly more copper-colored than normal, weigh it immediately. This could be the discovery of a lifetime. Beyond these top 10, there are numerous other valuable state quarter varieties worth knowing about. Many states have multiple error varieties, doubled dies, and striking anomalies that are worth premiums. The key is knowing what to look for and actually taking the time to examine your quarters carefully. Most people just glance at them and spend them without a second thought. That casual attitude has cost people tens of thousands of dollars. Here's what you need to do right now. First, gather every state quarter you can find. Check your change jar, your car's cup holder, your old coin collections. Sort them by state and date. Then systematically check each one for the errors and varieties I've described. Use good lighting. A magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe helps tremendously. Compare your coins to detailed pictures online of known varieties. If you find anything that looks unusual, don't clean it. Don't handle it excessively. Place it in a protective holder and either take it to a reputable coin dealer or send it to PCGS or NGC for professional authentication and grading. The beauty of state quarters is that they're recent enough that millions are still in circulation. Unlike rare coins from the 1800s that have mostly been found and collected, state quarters are everywhere. They're in cash registers, vending machines, and laundry rooms across America. Every single day, valuable varieties change hands at face value because nobody knows what to look for. But now you do. You have information that 99% of people don't have. Use it. Also remember that condition matters enormously. An extra leaf Wisconsin quarter that's been in circulation might be worth $300. The same coin in perfect uncirculated condition is worth $3,000. Every scratch, every bit of wear, every fingerprint reduces value. This is why you should never clean coins and always handle them by the edges only. The market for state quarter errors remains strong because these coins represent modern numismatic history. They're affordable enough that average collectors can participate, but rare enough that finding a premium variety is genuinely exciting. Wealthy collectors pay top dollar for certified perfect specimens to complete their collections. If this video just revealed a treasure hunt hiding in your pocket change, subscribe to this channel right now and hit that notification bell so you catch every video about valuable coins. Smash the like button if you learned something that could make you money. Share this with your friends and family because someone you know definitely has state quarters they've never examined closely. Drop a comment telling me which state quarter you're most excited to search for. Now, go check those quarters. Your $10,000 discovery could be sitting in your change jar right now, waiting to be found.